This place is unreal. Here we are at the Hortus Botanicus, which is a large botanical garden and horticultural center here directly in the middle of the city. After my hotel stay last night, I wanted to come and have a look around here, and then I have a cast line visiting later. However, I did not expect it to be nearly so big or so beautiful, so I might be here for quite some time. Here are some fine examples of hanging plants and air-rooting plants rooted in bark. Now here's some old school beekeeping. Basket hives. And here we have the wall around a large brick castle on this hilltop. And it's looking quite good from up here on the bastions. I'm a little out of breath. This castle's on the top of a very tall hill, which I had to climb to get up here. I do always like a people that plant trees in their fortifications. Wow, look at that church. And I'm at that church. It's big. Another camping spot of a sort. I'm just waiting for it to get a bit darker. It's already 9 o'clock at night, believe it or not. I feel like it should be darker than this already. Maybe give it another 45 minutes. Here we have a somewhat sketchy elevator. Now there should be a door on the inside of this in the elevator. Instead, the wall just sort of goes past you. And of course, you push the door open yourself when you get to the bottom. Okay, so let's get a bit caught up. Yesterday, I rode into The Hague from my previous camping spot and spent the day in the city. I went to several spots. I'm sure I'll show them now. As it turns out, the Japanese garden in The Hague is only open for 4 weeks a year. And here we are, in case you didn't get a chance to see it. I just sort of wandered in here. And I can't go to a city in Europe without visiting at least one museum. It is gorgeous in here. And of course, this is their main attraction. And then I slept by the beach in the dunes after spending the day in The Hague. It was a bit of an interesting day, a lot of walking, a lot of riding, but oddly restful. I don't know that I enjoyed The Hague as a city. I got kind of a bad vibe. That being said, I was also kind of dehydrated, so that's probably on me. And now, I'm riding down the coast to the Hook of Holland, which is pretty nice. And I have just an incredible amount of food. And also it's raining. Rather hard. Also this morning, I got a pretty incredible food haul from an app called Too Good To Go. I got the remains of an entire breakfast buffet from an upscale hotel. So a bunch of pastries and eggs and bacon and just about everything else that you would imagine from a breakfast buffet at an upscale hotel. If you don't know about Too Good To Go and you budget travel, I would recommend it. It's great for cities. There's a lot of food out there to be had for just not a lot of money on it. I'm gonna keep riding south. I'm scheduled into a hostel in Rotterdam for 3 days, so that'll probably be the next bit. I'm not sure if I'm gonna camp tonight if it keeps raining the entire day. Maybe not. Maybe it'll be a hotel night, who knows. But it is a very gray, rainy day, and I'm riding to the Hook of Holland one way or the other. I guess I'm gonna do it in the rain. Also, there's a lot of crows here on the seaside in the Netherlands, so that's always a good sign. And I made it to the very end of Holland. Here's the hook, and there's the shipping, well, ships going into dock. Lots of wind turbines too. That's always nice to see. And of course nobody's here because it's still raining hours later. I did book myself a hotel room for tonight, so there's that. Here I am at the end of the jetty at the very southernmost spot in Holland. There's the ships heading into the channel, and here's this long jetty that I just rode out on. And here's the inside of the Hook of Holland, which just looks like more ocean at the moment. There's some angry seagulls on the rock, wishing that I had fries to give them. The end of this is just giant stone cubes as big as, I don't know, a large sedan. That would be quite a scramble if they were dry, which I'm betting they're never dry. I'm gonna go get something to eat.
A little bit of a transit shortcut from the beach into Rotterdam, bike on a train. And here is the famous floating dairy farm, an experimental dairy farm on the outskirts of Rotterdam I wanted to go visit. And here's the little shop where they sell their dairy goods.
Outside of the Van Niel factory, which is an excellent example of Dutch modernist architecture. It's a beautiful building. It's a giant compound of like 20 buildings actually, and they all look like these big glass interconnected wedges with exterior aluminum plating. Can't go in there though, it's all locked off and there's guards and things. It's also just pelting down rain, just a comical amount of rain. Hold on, it's just a lot of rain. It's been like this all day. And I'm in full green frog togs mode. But it's a great building. It's really nice. I'm sorry I'm not here in nicer weather, and I'm sorry I can't get closer to see it.
Uh-oh. Looks like the bridge is up. Gonna have to wait here for a minute. Look at the size of that counterweight. It's enormous.
I found a small historic garden inside of Rotterdam, which is really very nice. It's a good bench too. I'm going to do a video real quick before anybody else shows up. This is the inside of my cube room at the hostel that I'm staying at. I think it might just be me and one other guy in here tonight. At least that's all that's showed up so far. And here's down out of the window. This is the Stay OK hostel in Rotterdam, and it's a very famous cube-shaped building. And this is where I'll be sleeping tonight, right here. Had to make the bed myself, but for the price, you can't beat it.